Now, what can I say about this next guest that he won't say about himself? Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friend John Landis.
I have some quick business before I give my thing. The first is to say that the great Bob Burns is ill, and that is why he is not with us today. Bob and Kathy are not here. He was a great friend of Forrest and a soulmate, and he's with us in spirit. Then, very quickly, Mick Garris, author and director, has worked many times with Stephen King, and he sent Stephen King, before he published Stephen King's first story, did you know that? An email saying, could you write some words? And Stephen King wrote back to Mick, just tell him that I love that man, Steve. Now I have a letter I would like to read to you from Ray Harryhausen. Thank you. In 1933, I saw the original King Kong at Grauman's Chinese Theater on Hollywood Boulevard, and it changed my life. It not only amazed, entertained, and inspired me, it ultimately gave me my life's work. When I was a teenager, there was no videotape or DVDs. If you wanted to see a favorite movie after its original release, you were often out of luck. But scattered around Southern California were third-run theaters we used to call flea pits, although I never got any fleas at one. King Kong was being rerun years later in a flea pit in Glendale. And since it was, and still is, my favorite movie of all time, I got on the red car from Baldwin Hills, where I lived, and took it all the way to Glendale to see King Kong again on the big screen. There were wonderful original photographs and posters displayed in the lobby of the theater, and when I asked the manager if I could buy them, he gave me the phone number of Forrest J. Ackerman, yet another crazy teenage Kong fan who had loaned them to the theater just for this run. And that is how I first met Forrest. Forrest J. Ackerman, Ray Bradbury, and I were just three more young kids in love with fantasy, science fiction, and the movies. We would schlep all over town on the red car to far-flung flea pit movie theaters to see old movies like She, and I remember once we three went all the way to Eagle Rock to watch The Last Days of Pompeii, or maybe it was Hawthorne. I've forgotten where the theater was, but I always remember how much fun we had. We were young together and helped one another, but little did we know just how much a part of the popular culture the three of us would become. When I moved to London, I always remained in touch with Forry, and he never failed to promote my latest picture in his magazine. Forrest was a tireless promoter of his friends and of science fiction, horror, and fantasy. While most people grow up and become adults, I've always felt that Ray Bradbury, myself, and Forry managed not only to carve careers out of our childhood passions, but remain children in all of the important ways. Forry was a lifelong friend, and I will miss him. God bless Forry, God bless you. Sincerely, Ray Harryhausen, London, March 5th, 2009.